the way of undesirable conditions. The message that we've been hearing from our childhood, this message has to be heard. In this one, I do want you to listen very carefully. This particular lesson is very important, as we've been hearing this from our childhood, but we haven't been understanding ever. And or either way, you can say we haven't ingrained it. The law that says, as you sow, so shall you reap. From our very childhood, this has been ingrained in our mind, but not in our soul. That should have been ingrained in our soul, so we will not be lousy, lazy, and ungrateful of the nature. So in this book, further onwards, we'll be discussing how we have been regretfully avoiding this law that we already are aware of, but not ingrained in ourselves. So please do not subscribe if you don't want to grow, and if you want to grow, subscribe, press the bell icon, and comment, and keep talking to me, not just listen. At least talk to me, let me know what I'm doing wrong, what I'm doing right, and where I should be impersonating this part more into you. Okay, let's move forward. Why I said I definitely want you to see this, listen this, and ingrain in yourself, in your soul, because I know the importance of this practically. So if you make this your soul, these letters that you've been listening all over your life, you will change everything. Your mindset, your actions will be changed, your destiny will be changed. So that is why I'm going to read it from the beautiful handwriting what I have written here, as usual, from the notes of the scholars. Exactly, I'm going to read it. What it says: the law that whatever a man sows shall reap is inscribed on inflaming letters of portal of eternity, and none can escape it. See the intensity he's showing you. Normal people cannot even understand the intensity, the pain he is going through to make you understand the intensity of hell he is showing you. He's saying it is inscribed on inflaming letters of portal of eternity. You cannot even imagine as a normal person what he is going to the extent to show you this importance, that what you are sowing you will reap only that. It is you who is responsible. You are the one who is creating the hell for you and heaven for you. You are the one who is creating everything around you and within you, and you are the one who is suffering or being happy. You are the one. The next part he's saying, listen to this part. Same law is in mind. Whoever touches hatred, envy, mischief will suffer the law of burning until he changes himself. See how he's craving to tell you that, and this is the extent of his emotions that he's showing you, that how important it is for you to understand this. If you keep growing hatred and mischievousness, envy inside you, you will keep burning within that fire. It is not that you are giving it to the world only. No, you will keep yourself burning into that hell of mischievousness, envy, hatred, and so many negative things that you are touching in you, you are inbreeding in you. So you have to change everything from within to change it outside. It will come on your face, on your body, and in your actions. Please start understanding this. All the secrets of miseries and happiness are within us. All the secrets, not the sources only, the secrets are within us. That means out of you, whoever is complaining always and just crying over things, complaining about others, this is the first source that should tell you that you are the problem. You are not having faith in you. That is the ground source of energy. Faith is the main thing that you have to have on yourself and your capacities. You are poor, you are miser because you don't have faith in you that you can come out of this situation. You have to have faith on your capacity, on your capabilities within you. Once you are having this faith, this capacity built up within you, you will never complain on anyone else, because then you will be self-analyzing yourself, self-criticizing yourself, and that is hell of a job. Hell of a job to self-criticize yourself. Who will do that easily? You might be able to do that when you are alone, might be, but in front of everyone, hell no. You will be ashamed. Your ego will come in front of you, because then you will know that you will be accountable in front of everyone, and then you have to change yourself. that you have been pretending all over as a false pretense in front of everyone. Start learning. Grow. A very beautiful line, very good line written by the writer. I'm going to read it as it is. There is no room in universe of law for a complainer, as worry is all suicide. There is no room for a complainer. That is why you will always see a complainer just crying and complaining about things. You will never see them growing. They are labeled as complainer. They cannot grow. They don't have faith within them. They have not grown that capacity. Their mental faculty is blocked on that side. So what he's saying is, please alter your outlook towards world. Your world will be changed itself. Your outlook comes from where? From within. The way you start seeing the world, your world will be becoming that part. You have to change the thoughts within you about the outer world, and your outer world will be changed. That's how easy it is. I know it's easier to say, but trust me, once it is done, you are at a different level of mental state. You are at a different level of peace. No one can match it. No one can break you then. You have to do it for yourself. You know, there is a line just coming in front of me that I wanted to just portray it in my own words, but I don't want to do that. This line is so immensely powerful and so crazily taunting to us. I want to read it to you. The second line is more important than the first line. The first line, it says, before complaining about your situation and saying you are a slave. Look at this line. He's saying when you complain, you are already telling that you are a slave to the situation. You are already admitting that you are a slave. How mockingly he is giving a satire here, that you, when you complain about anything, either me, you, all of us, we are already telling the world that we are a slave. So here we already degrading ourselves. Now see that if you are not a slave to yourself, see that you are slave to yourself or to the situation. When you are complaining, see in yourself. But the next part, he will make more sense of this line. Look searchingly. Search deeply means inside you. Why? Have no mercy on yourself. That's what I was saying to you. Have no mercy on yourself when you are critically analyzing yourself, when you are judgmenting yourself. Please don't give any positive points to you. Don't give favoritism to yourself. No favor to you. You have to be more strict on yourself than anyone else. You have to be more harsh on yourself than anyone else, more accountable on yourself. Otherwise there is no chance you grow. You have to give no room for comfort to you, only to you. That is the only way forward. What the last part is, you will find slavish thoughts. When you search inside you, you will find slavish thoughts, conducts and habits. Your habits and actions are all slavish because of your slavish thoughts. Conquer this so no one can enslave you. What you have to conquer? Your thoughts. When you search inside you, you will only find the reason of complaining was your slavish thoughts. Once you conquer them, you are free. No one can control you then. Imagine, I was just listening a video of a podcaster, and he was just telling the same thing, that imagine a situation where you are not fearful of anything what you will do. You are not fearful of this. This gives you a goosebumps, that you are not afraid of any situation. You will be a god with a small g. So you will be a god. What can you do then? You are not fearful of any situation. Make your decisions according to that thought process. Then you will be growing and going forward. That's the mindset you have to adopt to give positive to this world. Otherwise, you are being a burden on this very beautiful world and around your surroundings. Self-pity is the worst thing you can do yourself. Self-pity is the worst thing that is there to show you that you are degrading yourself, debasing yourself. You are destroying yourself. Means whenever you pity on yourself, you start complaining about others, and you start thinking that you are in a miser situation. You start complaining. That is the worst thing you can do for yourself. Means you have to get out of this situation, and to get out of this situation, the only way is to destroy your current self. You cannot complain about that. You have to destroy yourself. You have to be the destructor of yourself. You have to destroy your current self to get out of this and make a new self of yourself that is better for you and for everyone around you. Because if you are not better, you are not benefiting to anyone. You are just a burden to everyone around you, because you are a complainer, a miser, self-pity person, complainer. You are nothing. If you don't want to accept that truth, you are nowhere going towards growth. You have to adopt that part that you want to grow. So for all that, you have to rectify your heart. Your heart should be rectified, and you will love it. You will love it once you rectify your heart. Your true power is not the riches, the money and everything around you. Your true power is the stock of virtue that you have within you. The stock of virtue. I have to keep moving forward in front of this mic just to give you clear voice, and I start just because I'm kind of an emotional attached person with this lecture, because when I teach you about this thing, so I want you to actually grasp that. So please understand that you have to destroy yourself. The only virtue that you have is the only stock of virtue that you will be gathering inside you. That is the only thing that defines you. That is your only riches. There is nothing else that you will be having of value. What you are, that is your value. Multiple riches can be taken away from you, but nothing can be taken away from you what you have inside. How can anyone just destroy what is inside you? Even if they make a situation like this where they let it destroy within you, that still is your fault, because you let it happen. It is your fault. Everything is your fault, not the outer world. There is nothing that you can control apart from inside of you. Whenever you start complaining and trying to control outer things, you're destroying yourself in a negative way. You have to destroy yourself in a positive way by taking control of yourself and destroying the current form of that is at a degraded state, and start gathering the virtues, making a stock of virtues within you, and your thought process will be of very proud person of yourself, about you. Gather that. While you are changing yourself, you will face many defeats. You will face many defeats, but that's the point where you don't have to give up. If you give up on defeats, you are not climbing. Defeats are the steps by which we climb towards success, towards the nobler aim that we are reaching for. These defeats are defining us. Each part of defeat, each step of defeat is creating more of us. Don't think defeat as a failover or drawback. Actually, without defeat, you cannot grow. There is no success without defeat, that I always say. If you haven't failed, you cannot succeed. You have to face the miserness within you. You have to face the flaws. You have to face the fails, the pettiness in front of you. You have to face your own face when you are failing and you see that degrading face of yourself, that okay, maybe I failed. That face, when you see that, change it. Change that face. Then you will see the real you, the real power of you within you. Hopefully that have made you realize that how much powerful you are as a human, a superhuman. But let's destroy the normal human form of ourselves and become a superhuman by using these knowledge and adopting them in the real life. Hopefully you learned a lot. Subscribe, and let's wait for the next one. That will definitely come. Thank you very much.